Yo soy. Fuck, I already. Nope, I'm good. I'm done.
Good timing. Anyways, hey guys, Spellwaits here. I am joined with. This is some really loud ass music.
Me llamo es a mythical dragon. There you go.
I was trying to figure out. I was like, can I even try and respond in freaking Spanish? No, I don't speak Spanish,
No,
and I can't probably respond that in Tagalog or any other languages either, aside from English.
Good job. Well, I'm here. Hello.
Hello, yeah, you are here for the Truck and Talk Thursdays, which is usually rare if I try to do Truck and Talk on Thursdays now, but also pretty normal because I used to do Truck and Talks on Thursdays.
Whatever you say, dude.
Right. Also, I'm going to be testing out, just trying to get the right volume so I'm not peeking.
I should not say this out loud. Never mind on the stream. Never mind.
Is it doxing or is it too personal?
It would be, well, it was related to a student I had in my class today, so no.
Oh yeah, that'd be awkward.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty.
It's just
awkward.
like I saw like a brand name on like the screen, like Norskin, and I was like, huh. And I was like, no, I can't share that story with you all on here. Sorry, y'all.
Aw, too personal.
Tu personal.
Muy personal. Muy personal. Muy personal. Yeah. Hi, we are here on Le Truck and Talk Thursdays. Obviously starting just about an hour late, but we had other things to do in the meantime, so we're going to try our best. I'm also going to try to keep my week short because I've kind of planned a little topical Truck and Talk because she had a very, would you say exciting week or so? Going to do this whole thing all over again? I'm being very vague.
Okay, so it's exciting in the fact that it started like last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exciting in the fact that I've only had one teaching job this week.
Oh, that's fair.
So it's exciting but not exciting at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to pick up and it's going to be fine. I believe in the system.
You believe in the system, and that system is the Edmonton Public School System. Wait, I think I said that right. Hi, Izzy.
No, Edmonton Public School Board.
School Board. Okay, so you are a public school
EPSB.
I had to figure out. I was like, what are the letters, Daryl?
Wow. And I went all cheerleader like EPSB.
Dang, everyone be getting jobs now. Congrats on getting a job, Izzy.
Felicitaciones. Oh,
wow, you really have that in your head. Well, which means congratulations.
Okay,
but...
I had a fucking job tomorrow that was going to be Spanish related, and I was like ready to go, and now I got this waste to my brain right now.
Right, and for those who hasn't captured it within the last minute, she has started working for the school board past week as a substitute teacher. So, I kind of want to dedicate mainly this stream to just hearing her experience, always going back into the public school system, because for those who doesn't know, it has been 2 years.
Yeah, it's been over 2 years since I've been in the classroom.
Man, but it must have been very surreal for you, right?
We'll get into it.
Definitely.
I've got a 10-page essay to go on this experience. Let's go.
You've got a good story, so we will focus that here on a little bit later. It's definitely going to be. Oh my god, I I had no traction there.
Sorry.
Oh
shit, dude, shit.
I for whatever reason did not have traction making that turn. That was bad. Also, congrats on getting a payday. Oh boy. I think mine's tomorrow. I'm hoping because I have to pay rent.
You guys are... Shut up.
I know, sorry.
I have to fucking text my landlord. Shit, and thanks for reminding me.
No worries, but I'm sorry. But yeah, so we're gonna start off at least with me, because I kind of didn't go over what I did back on Saturday's Truck and Talk, because we just had one hell of a time with King Cronus, AJ, which is hilarious, to say the least, I think. But basically, the past couple weeks, I've spent some time, well, at least 2 weeks ago, I went back to the Central Valley to visit my dad to celebrate his birthday. Woo, 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 woo. Alright, no worries, Izzy, I'll try to remind you in 2 hours. And then just pretty much chilled while staying in the Central Valley for, I think, one last time for a while. Again, for those who doesn't know, I'm going back into the office here in 2 weeks. It doesn't feel like it's going to be in 2 weeks, but it's 2 weeks. So my trips to the Central Valley will be a little bit less and a little bit short because of that. But luckily, it's only a three day a week schedule: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so it shouldn't be too hard to get there if I really do. And then from there, came back home and then pretty much worked. I didn't really do anything too big. I'm trying to recall of what I actually did when I talked to you. I don't think it was like anything too major per se. I did go out, just going around over the weekend. I decided to finally like do a little bit more personal exploration. Mainly I went down to San Jose and had a nice burrito at a really, I'd say kind of prolific burrito place in San Jose, mainly known by the college students over there. And I kind of just like explored around, did a little fun trip on a bus because, hi, it's me. I always do that. But yeah, pretty much the past weekend I just did a little adventuring and just a little bit of shopping, relaxing, and whatnot. And yeah, mainly my work week is just been a work week. This week I've been trying my best to get into my hybrid schedule, and it's failing massively, so I really need to work on it next week. Otherwise, I will force to work on it the first week we're coming back into the office, which will be fun. But it's been nice to just get back into the office again for these past couple of days. It's been very interesting to see the change because now I think ever since I came back from Canada, they've started like they've went headstrong of setting up tables, desks, chairs, monitors, peripherals, internet, power, everything. It's been one heck of a hectic office, even though there's still like 10 or 20 people coming in. So it's like there's like a handful of people doing that thing while other handful are trying to get that schedule as well. Just we're trying to work on a schedule to get into the office before everyone else does, which is going to be great on May 8th or 9th. 9th for us because that's a Tuesday.
Sure.
I know my days, right? No, I don't know my days. 10th. 9th is a Monday.
Wow.
I should know this because my mom's birthday is next Monday. I remember the dates. I just don't remember the day of the week. Anyways, but
God, I really am Spanish brain right now. Fuck me. I have to translate my tweet. Fuck.
Nailed it.
I'm here about my somewhat return to the classroom the last 2 weeks as a substitute.
So,
I'm retweeting your tweets because you didn't tweet again.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I kind of just went live because I wanted you to do a Spanish count or a Spanish intro.
Hola. Yes.
But yeah, it's been very hectic in the office. So like, right now I just go into the office and I don't really have a place to sit per se. Well, I do have a place to sit, but none of them are hooked up with monitors or power or anything. So it's like, I could technically go home, but at the same time, I need to get used to this first. Well, obviously, we won't get used to having nothing on our desk. Eventually, we're going to have a monitor and everything set up. It's just been hectic this past couple weeks, and especially this week. It's been fun to like talk to some of the ones who are setting up the office. It's like, yeah, we got to get this finished in like a week and a half, but it's like, it's going to be crazy. That's like, oh, I bet. Setting up an office to house around 300 people in a week when... I think right now they're like 50% done.
Sounds like schools are like.
You think we got this down as a software company? Granted, we're kind of smallish in our office ish compared to like 2,000 in Europe. I believe 1,500 in Europe. Yeah. So it's gonna be a great time. But in the meantime, they are throwing some stuff away, and so I got a free table.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. So I'm gonna finally upgrade my foldable table into an IKEA table because apparently we had IKEA furniture. There's still IKEA furniture over there. It's got a lot of IKEA furniture over there.
Just do your whole apartment or your whole place with like the furniture at Udo.
Right? It'd be so cool. I mean,
I
oh,
spelled things wrong.
yeah, it'd
Sorry.
be cool. So, but yeah, but granted, I got convinced by my coworker to bring one home. And it's like, you should probably bring one before they throw it away. Fine. It is free furniture. I mean, it's either I spend $100 on a desk with legs because that's how IKEA works, or you just get it for free at work.
Oh my God, I'm so stupid.
So yeah, that's the thing. It's gonna be great for next week. So like, I basically next week is the last week where everyone can voluntarily go to the office. The following week is where the schedule hits, the hybrid schedule hits. So it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have one more week to figure out how the fuck everything's gonna happen. But yeah, mainly I've just been working, nothing too crazy. Has occurred. I'm trying to recall. I really can't recall anything too crazy per se at work. And that's what I've been doing, just getting onto the grind, and hopefully getting onto the grind for the next couple of weeks and try to figure out what I'm planning to do over the summer. Because I realized when I was talking to my coworker, it's like, yeah, I want to plan on going to conventions. So I need to talk to friends again about that. But that's beside the point. I've just thought of like what I want to do for the rest of the year, sort of. Not really rest of the year, technically summer. So, which is always interesting to like talk about with other coworkers. Of like, oh, what are you guys gonna do? What are you guys gonna do? Apparently, I do have like one of my other coworkers is actually gonna take 2 weeks off to go to Hawaii, I believe. No.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
They're going to Hawaii in the midst that we go back into the office. Lucky bastard. But to be fair, I don't think he has taken a vacation in quite a while, so I don't blame him. Yeah, I guess also at the same time everyone's taking vacation. Why am I slip? Oh, it's probably wet. That might be why everything is slippity doo dah.
Slippity-doo-dah.
Slippity-day. Anyways, so yeah, that's been the best-ish chaotic 9 minutes of me talking about my past 2 weeks, which again hasn't been really much, because usually when it's a work week, unless if there's something very interesting, which not really this time around. Just me exploring, and I think that's what we'll also be doing next week. I don't know. I still got a couple footage left to work with, so I can hold off for a week of recording and just start do personal exploring again. But I will be ready because now I think I'll be ready to start recording here real soon. It'll be great. But yeah, I can't think of anything else.
I don't know. You went through that really fast.
I really did. I told you it'd be quick.
I know, but like, damn. I was like,
I didn't. I thought it was gonna be about like 15 minutes. I didn't expect it to hit it in 10.
You could talk about what you've got planned for uploads coming up, just to give me like a couple more minutes to write emails to
No
people.
worries. And actually, that's a really good question because that's a really good thought. Because I thought I was gonna have at least one more upload for Canada, or actually 2, but I realized how long our Saturday went because we went to 2 places. I'm gonna split it actually,
Good.
because I feel like doing Mutart and U of A would not mesh well together, so I'm splitting it. So we will have 3 more videos for Canada here, because on that Saturday, we went to the Mutart.
Conservatory.
Yeah, Mutart Observatory, which is all bio. There's
4
random
separate biomes
Four
that
separate
are in pyramids. It's very cool.
It's very cool, and it was really nice to escape from the quite cold and windy weather we had that day.
Yeah.
That was nice to warm up a little bit. Surprisingly
Totally
sweat.
didn't fuck me up with allergies after you left. What? No.
Oh, oops, right. Sorry.
That
Not really
happened.
sorry. I blame Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. So yeah, we did that, and then after that, we went to her alumni, the University of Alberta.
Boop boop.
to do a whole tour of that, which was very reminiscing for you, and especially what happened earlier today must have been more reminiscing, since you did text me about that. But
You can tell it hit me.
for those who doesn't know, there's a reason why I recorded University of Alberta, because that was, to be fair, that was during the time where we met online. So
Yeah.
it was very interesting and very. It did hit me. Not gonna lie, it hit me inside. Obviously, I'm terrible at showing emotions, but it definitely hit me inside of like knowing that it was here, huh? Sheesh.
Yeah.
Shit.
We never really got to talk about that fully after, hey?
No, we didn't. Which is unfortunately. I may need
right.
you then to. I might do
I'm
a.
needed? Sorry,
I'm gonna. I may do a together outro on that. Oh no, we kind of did an outro for U of A.
We did actually.
In the education building. Oh, that's gonna be great to edit then. I'll see if I need extra. We'll see. We will see.
Yep.
I completely forgot. I completely forgot we did quite an outro in the hallway. That was interesting.
I got feelsies.
You did get feelsy. I still remember it. I heard it. I was like, I'm gonna try my best to not get you too emotional.
Too late. Much motion.
Much emotion. Much.
And of course today happened, and I'm like, oh no, more.
Okay, I know we're gonna get to it eventually. I know we're gonna, or not eventually. We're gonna get to it soon. But I kind of want to ask this now. What made you more emotional? Going to U of A or going to where you went today?
Oh fuck. I mean both, but for different reasons.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I'll explain that. I'll do a little comparison in a little while.
Okay. That's fair. And for those who wants to know,
would it be a great meeting theme? Would it be great if I had a meeting theme for Toastmasters, like delegation station?
Just by that term?
Yeah, that's it. The
Delegation
theme for
station.
today's meeting is delegation station.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not doing that. Sorry. I'm doing agenda stuff now because holy fuck, I can actually do something with core development for once.
Hey.
Okay, good.
And for those who doesn't know, for third grade, I think I've explained it on how, on either, definitely on my WEM video, but I think I kind of explained that Chuck and Talk. I'm gonna have a special extra video, basically, of me and Dragon playing some mini golf. Basically, I was gonna say, basically, think IRL golf with your friends, which is mini golf, Daryl.
Yes.
Which was hilarious in all aspects, though though for whatever reason I may be missing footage on your part, on my part when I recorded.
On your part?
For whatever reason, I only counted 16 clips in my thing, so I don't know if I fucked up somewhere.
You better have gotten my fucking hole in one. I swear to God, I'll kill you.
Oh yeah, I did. I sent that to you. Remember?
Good.
I will remember the only one. I'm gonna see if I could try adding my editing flair that I used to have in the mid 2010s to edit the golf vid, so like, you guys can know which hole we were playing on and everything. It was hilarious. Okay, for those, I kind of spoiled it from here and there, but we, for whatever reason in this course, we managed to hit the ball into the water one time, both of us. It was great.
Yep. Good times.
And the amount of fuck ups that at least I did. You did a couple, but I did quite more. It somehow we ended up playing that game for a little bit too long, to where the people behind us started catching up. Oops.
Yeah. That happened.
That was a beautiful time. I was like, I didn't mean to. I'm just apparently really bad at mini golf at this time. Even though we already did mini golf last time.
We'll have to do a golf with your friends stream or something like that for redemption.
Right. Even though I feel like you'll probably win, I'm gonna try hard it anyways. As I did with the other ones.
Oh fuck yeah!
I will admit I really try hard it.
Mm-hmm.
when playing 2 sessions of mini golf with her when we're at Westad, because who doesn't? It's mini golf. Obviously, you don't want to try it too hard to where you knock it off into the water, but it was fun. It was not gonna lie, that was really fun. When you try to quote unquote apply golf with your friends' physics or knowledge, not really knowledge, is quite hilarious to say the least.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. To be fair, I can play mini golf. It's just that I try harded, pretty hard.
Good times.
Yeah, no, those were fun times. I both want to do mini golf and karaoke.
Yes.
It'd be great.
Let's do it.
See, I think that's the only thing that's missing in Westad, I believe. Unless if I'm wrong. It's like either like a booth, karaoke booths, probably open karaoke bar, but.
Oh, I think some of the restaurants down there will do like a karaoke night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ew, kindergarten. Gross. Sorry.
But nothing like a karaoke booth per se, right?
No, I don't think so. We have some spaces downtown, but I don't know if they've reopened or not yet.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if the same thing for San Francisco and the Bay Area too. I think there's some, but it's like I would like to go. I don't know if I want to go alone unless if I really want to sing alone.
Sing alone. That's how I want to do it. Sing alone. I gotta know. Why did we go into like the South again?
What?
How did we go into the trip all over again?
Oh, I was just talking about the next few videos, and I kind of just tangent to that. It was great.
Noise.
I should not be speeding. Oops.
Bad boy, no speed.
Bad boy, no speeding. Stop the speeding. Are you trying to be Stitch or something? I can't Stitch.
I am cute and funny. But then is this them? Can I say that in Spanish? No, I'm not. I'm just no.
Ohana means family. I'm not gonna go there. I forget the rest of Stitch, the main Stitch lines.
Well, guys, we're learning a lot in this Trick and Talk Thursday.
Oh yeah. Anyways.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have no idea what the fuck this accent is.
Oh lordy.
It's a great night, guys. It's a great night. I mean, to be fair, I feel like I could have just renamed the Scuff and Stuff Thursdays. Thursday. Ooh, that was a lot of spit.
Thursday.
Thursday.
I need to do a lot of things. Oh my god. Actually, I'm almost done all my things.
Hey, almost done with things. Meanwhile, I'm trying to drive in the slippery weather, and it's been great. My wheels are slipping. I think I need new tires.
I think you just need to take into consideration the rain.
I think I need to slow down while driving.
Oh, what do you know?
No shit, Sherlock!
I don't even have my license and I know that rule. Okay, I'm good. I think.
Supposedly.
Bicycle, bicicletas. There we go, verify.
Bicicleta.
Let me log in, please. Let me log into the website.
That's right, every time I see the yellow lines in the middle with white lines in the side, I think I'm in America, but apparently Norway has the same thing too.
Mm-hmm. Oui. Why can't you log me in? Sorry.
Aww.
Just yelling at Toastmasters, don't worry about it. Like I always do.
When do you never have to yell at Toastmasters without putting too much drama in it?
Drama. It doesn't have that. I'm watching Glee.
Glee.
Although I need to stop watching Glee because I'm hating it again.
It would be interesting if a streamer could ever multitask. Like, well, not only technically they are multitasking. They're streaming a game and talking to chat or talking to people. But at the same time, watching something in the background while you're streaming, it'd be hilarious. It'd be like, what the heck are you doing looking up there?
I've done it before.
I'm just watching something while I'm streaming. Huh? And I'm not watching it with you, sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. When's... Oh my god, how do I word?
You open up that Microsoft application called Microsoft Word.
First, second, and third Wednesdays of every month.
Oh my god, I can't see. It's so foggy. Oh my god, it's very foggy. What the fuck?
Time, baby. We meet at excuse me.
I was about to say, man, I can't see, but I almost said, baby, can't you see?
Baby, can't you see?
Shit, I can't see.
3 times monthly is when we meet at Court of Element now.
3 times monthly. Ah ha 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 ha. I can't Dracula.
Nice.
I am now out of water. No, I still have a little
Nice.
water, but I thought I brought a new water bottle. I didn't.
Nice swallow, bro.
Did you like hearing me swallow? Yeah, I can do it again.
No. I'm going crazy.
You're going crazy. Just can't see.
Does that make me crazy? That make me crazy. No.
We are in a very singing mood tonight. I should have changed it to learning and singing. Truck and Talk Thursdays.
It's all good. All G.
It's all great.
It's all muy
We'll do
bueno.
this now. Alright, Shark, you're gonna drive. Yeah.
There we go.
Driving!
Drive.
Oh my god, I can't reach the pedal, Shark! No, I can't do that.
Oh no.
Tries to turn with the shark turns with the wheel. My bad. I'll put you back here.
Oh my goodness, what a stream. Holy shit.
That was beautiful. It's like, okay, we're turning. Suddenly I can't turn left because shark hits my mic.
This is gonna make me be like, I'm gonna go get my Animal Crossing now. You play Animal Crossing.
Anyways.
Anyways.
How have you been doing?
Oh, it's me now. Are you sure? Are we all done with the answers of things?
I think we are.
Although I don't really think you explained what you're uploading next week. It went into tangents. So what are you uploading next week?
So next week is going to be a Motard, and then the following week will be U of A, because again Saturday we did go to 2 places, and even though it's not really as jam packed as downtown Edmonton or West Edmonton Mall, I feel like putting those 2 together feel a bit out of place. So I am definitely splitting it for the next 2 weeks. So next week will be Motard.
Great, and you also upload Truck and Talk Thursdays when?
Usually Tuesdays. I swear, I think this time I should have been on time. Did it not go up?
I don't know. Actually, let me check.
I remember to do it. I remember to do it this week on time. I believe.
Let me go on your YouTube. By the way, guys, youtube.com/Bamwage. Get him to 350. He's 3 away.
I forgot that's my thumbnail.
You did do it on time. Well,
Scuffed and stuffed Satur Addy. I decided to keep the typo because it was hilarious. Because I am funny, dude. No, I'm not.
Saturday is spelled right.
No, on the thumbnail.
Oh.
Saturday.
Saturday.
It's great. It's great. It's great.
Cool. So yes, his channel. Go to it. I'm so sorry.
Go subscribe to me. Okay.
Subscribe to the hymns and help him get to 350, but also watch our adventures together every Friday.
Every Friday for the next 3 weeks.
And the ones that have been uploaded previously.
Ding. It's pretty much it.
Sponsored by this Canadian who hosted him here in Canada.
It was great. She's a good tour guide and good commentator.
I am, but I hate my voice in your videos.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just me. I hate me. It's me. My voice is no.
My voice is no. Aww.
I like my voice in my own recordings when I'm nice and close to the mic and I can be all like, "Hello, everybody."
I realize.
But then in your vlogs, it's all like I'm so far away and I'm like, "Hi, everybody."
I thought, and I should have accounted for this, but I thought everything would have been fine because it's like I've recorded like this before. There should be should be fine. I know for the fact your voice is just a little bit quieter than me, but I think it should pick up.
It does pick up. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I think if I do like another one, like another recording with her, in terms of like a vlog, I'm actually tempted to actually buy mics, not like big ass mics like this, but like the little lavalier mics that you could clip on, and you could just kind of record on that. It'd be cool. So we could do like a good proper audio commentary, and you don't hear the background noise like the wind or crowds. Or water. I don't think I ever heard water, but definitely the wind. The wind kind of fucked up some of those. Oops.
Plus, my voice behind a mask is interesting. It was good practice though for me for teaching. Let me tell you.
It's a good way to learn how to project with a mask.
Project the voice to be heard. I scared my students today. It was great.
With a mask?
Yeah, like using, like speaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, projecting my voice. Yeah, it was great.
Ooh, so you are a good teacher.
Who
knows how to speak loud.
Yes, guys, you are a good teacher if you can scare your kids. Cheers.
I realized the context of I realized what I just said, and oops. You are a good teacher if you scream at your kids. If you scare your kids, I meant.
No, they were all being quiet today because they're writing exams, and then I was just like, I don't mean to scare everyone. They're like jumping. I was like,
you just jolted a bunch of them.
Sorry, you have 10 minutes left. Good luck.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
It was pretty funny, and like some of them started giggling. I was like,
Get startled immediately by the substitute just screaming. I
didn't scream. I projected.
Projected. Use the better $10 word here. But it actually just makes sense to say projected than scream. Because screaming is just like, ah!
Yeah, screaming would have been like, okay, you guys have 2 minutes left.
Right.
I did high pitch for a reason, guys. I live in an apartment building.
I know. It's like in places that we live, it's like I wish we could scream a little bit louder. Granted, I couldn't really. I could kind of pull that off when I was at my parents' place, all because it's my parents. But here they're strangers, and if I scream, I don't want to get a noise complaint.
I honestly am starting to not give a fuck with how noisy everything else is downtown. That's right, you car driving by loudly, I'm gonna yell at you.
I'm sorry, I can't sound like a good loud car. Humans can't sound like a good loud car unless if you're really a good loud car.
I'm sure.
If that made sense, I'm glad you understood it, because that didn't make sense to me either.
Ooh, tunnel is pretty.
It's a tunnel, a lonely tunnel through the mountains. Secret, 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 secret tunnel. Fjord, holy shit.
Right.
I found a fjord! It's a fjord!
It's a fjord.
Fjord.
I went on one. Fjord.
You went on a... Oh, I got it.
I
I tried to make it sound out of context. I was like, no, I can't. Never mind. I'm taking it back immediately.
Yes, guys, I rode on a fjord from Critical Role,
You rode a fjord.
baby.
Was it an explorer? Was it a tourist? Okay, I'm done. I'm done being stupid.
No, it's a nice winter. It was a nice winter cruise. A nice, cold, chilly winter cruise.
Winter cruise through the fjords. Did it have
Through
a
the
fjord?
fjords of Oslo.
To be fair, I'm in Norway. I keep forgetting you went to Norway.
You're the one that suggested it. When we're
I
trying to find cheap
did,
flights
wasn't
last
I?
minute. Yeah.
I forgot. I don't know why I suggested Norway. Aside from making it sound cool and they had snow, but they didn't.
Look, there was snow on the ground at the airport, and then I got into Oslo proper, and no.
This is what? Christmas, right?
It was New Year's.
New Year's.
Yeah, I stayed in London for Christmas because my trip to Venice got cancelled. And then I was like, well, I want to go somewhere. I'm in fucking Europe, baby. And I chose Oslo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because that flight was hella cheap. And it was really nice to stay
With
there.
the
It was
Ryanair.
really, really pretty. Makes me miss Europe.
I'm kind of glad. I'm actually pretty glad I did choose Europe or Norway then. I'm trying to remember the other choices we did.
There's a couple other places in Italy that I think, and maybe even Czech Republic, like Prague. Gone to Prague and Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, but I think the only reason I chose North was just for you to reminisce winter, like proper northern winter with the snow.
Winter.
Yep.
But then, oddly enough, Oslo was a little warmer than London that week that I was there.
Which was hilarious.
Yeah.
Same
we're
goes. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go for it.
I was going to say same goes when I visited you in Edmonton. It was warmer than it should have been. Which was hilarious.
Yeah, but that's not what we're here for in Trucking Talk Thursday tonight. So what are we here for?
Learning! Well, you're learning. And your experiences in learning. Teaching.
Oh, you didn't let me continue. Like, and how are we going to learn it? Discussion!
Yeah.
Anyway, I had that plan. Why am I, like, in a cheerleader mode right now? I don't know, but...
Because you worked at a high school earlier today?
Yeah, but I didn't see any cheerleading at I'm Glee.
Oh. Right. I should have just said Glee.
Dumb show.
I should have just said Glee.
Very dumb show. But, yes, we're here to learn and talk about me because, oh boy, as announced earlier in the stream, I have finally, after 4 or 5 months of going through the interview, hiring process with the school board, I am now a substitute teacher, and I started this position last week.
Ooh. It was such an announcement to see. Well, she texted me, and then she posted it on Twitter, and I'm just like, oh shit, it's happening. Let's go.
Yes. Yeah. So, back before my vacation, the 2 weeks I took off, which just left me financially fucked. But anyway, don't worry about it. Back before then, I got word that like here's all your login information to all the things you need. Basically, get all the different programs I'm a part of. So here's your district email. Here is your access to the substitute teacher portal for you to accept jobs. Here's your login to this. Here's your login to that. And I was like, oh god. And so part of my vacation after this derp left and I was feeling depressed as fuck, was me going through all those things and really studying and learning it and making sure I knew how things worked, so that when I got over the allergy bullshit after he left, I could officially start substitute teaching. And it happened last week. It happened on Thursday last week, a week ago exactly.
Yeah, it did.
I had my first assignment, and it was a full day teaching assignment. at a academic upgrading school, technically.
Would you
Um,
call it? Would you call it a continuation school? I'm trying to remember how you
yeah,
explained it. I think it was close
it,
to that.
basically it's a school for students who are age 19 or younger, or you have to be 19 by September.
Something like that,
Uh,
right?
Something like that, yeah. But it's called Center High, and so these students are coming back to school right out of high school, basically, like right out of like their proper like 18 grad year, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
grade 12, to upgrade classes that they need to in order to go to college or university or whatever program they want to go into afterwards. And so it was really funny because like I was sharing the story with a few of the colleagues there, and the secretary who helped me all the way up to my classroom, like a sweetheart. I was saying that like I would almost had a unique teaching experience during or a unique practicum teaching experience at Center High, but Norquest accepted my uh,
Oh yeah.
Norquest accepted me first before Center High. She's like, "Oh, that's so
I see.
unfortunate." But it's nice to know that you have adult education background a little bit at least through your university program. I was like, yeah. So it's I get the gist. I know behavior probably won't be much of an issue. She's like, no, not at all. These kids are paying to come here and upgrade. Behavior better not be an issue.
It's a more positive experience here than what you experience in Northwest per se. Would you say?
No, about the same. It just is different because I was covering biology instead of
Mm-hmm.
the subjects I knew
Oh
and
right,
was
right.
trained in. So that's where the first day was kind of like awkward because I'm like, oh yeah, back in the classroom, I'm projecting my voice. The students can hear me. I said everybody's
Aw.
names correctly. This feels great. And then I got through the lesson and it wasn't like annoying. It wasn't like in the other days that I've worked so far. This
Right.
day was like, no, you have to actually go through the PowerPoint with the kids and make sure they write notes based on the PowerPoints
Oh.
and explain things the best you can. I was
Oh
like,
boy.
so then here's me at like 10 o'clock the night before, 10 p.m. the
Yeah.
night before, Googling up like what is phosphate? What? And like I'm like, oh God, what is the difference between meiosis and mitosis again? Shit. I'm like really kind of refreshing on my bio 30 so I
Right.
could like teach bio 30 like the following day. And the kids just kept laughing at me because I really drilled in the coffee analogy for a few things quite a bit. Like, it's kind of like me and coffee, everyone. I am putting something in my body that will cause the cells to release the phosphate and that will release energy and fuel me to get me through until at least lunchtime. I kept making that joke for some of the things, and they're like laughing. They're like, "Oh, does it work the same way as like a bagel?" And I'm like, "Yeah, anything that you put in your body that will
Does it
like
work
cause
like
those
a
phosphates
bagel?
to yeah, just really out there." And they're like, "What about water?" And I was like, "Yeah, water works as well because again, water is hydrating, it's fueling your body, your cells." And like, yeah, it got to that like ridiculous level. And then got to one point where the students were like, "What about this? What about that?" I'm like, "Yes, guys, sugar too. Yep,
Sugar, definitely.
because our bodies do not produce sugar like plants do, so we do need certain levels of sugar in our system to help us with life. Whereas plants just fucking make it and they're like, yuppie.
They can make unlimited sugar, which they can power on till they die. Oh, that's a car.
They make their own glucose in the form of fructose. Because fructose is the scientific word for plant sugar. Okay, I
It's
learned
true
a
though.
lot in that class. Okay, look, I did two classes for a full day, like full day. So like in the morning it was a 2.5 hour class, two and a
Mm-hmm.
half hour class in the afternoon, and it was great. And like I could tell the students were so bored out of their minds, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
To be fair, I think you were too, weren't you?
I got to one point where I'm like, okay, it says here that you have about 10. I'm giving you about 10 to 15 minutes to work on the practice questions. Good luck. If you need help, reread your notes.
Don't ask me.
Or if you need help, like I'll Google it. Like it's that kind of like silly humor. They're like, damn it.
Oh my god. I gotta. I'm gonna ask this like a quick question, even though you've had this experience kind of probably in the UK and maybe Northwest too. But when you're like teaching nowadays, it must be very interesting to say, I can Google this for you, rather than like I can look this up in a book or in a dictionary or in your textbook or anything. I mean, you probably could still do the same thing, but it's probably a lot faster through Google now.
A little bit. Like, I feel more comfortable here in Canada saying that than I did in the UK. Because in the UK, they really frown upon you saying that you don't know something. As a teacher.
Okay.
So they really pride themselves on experts, like teachers being subject experts.
Right.
Here in Canada, like, it's not the same, but I'm kind of getting the vibe from people, especially today, after running into a few teachers that used to teach me in high school, that I should stop taking substitution jobs that are not based on my major or minor.
Oh, interesting.
So I'll get to that story in a moment. But yeah, well, biology, clearly, never again. I'm not,
Right.
I can never, sorry, bio people who love bio, like, I can't. It's been way too long since it's been 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute since I remember all that crap. Get me a fucking Punnett square and do genealogy, I'm your girl.
But that's it.
DNA, yes. No, not anything else, no. So learned that lesson pretty quickly, but then I got very fortunate because came home that night. I got myself celebratory Starbucks for the first day. I had a nice little view of the river valley.
You did. It
On
was a
my way
really nice place.
home.
Took pictures. Yeah.
And then I accepted my next job, and that was very happily English. 2 classes of English in the afternoon on Friday at a high school on the south side. So I was like, oh, my jam, like, it's English, I can help them with their writing and their work. Now they're doing assessments.
Aww.
So I couldn't, like, I literally, like, since you're putting up their hands, like, you're an English teacher, can you help us with this? I'm like, so sorry, it's an exam, I can't help.
It's like, I wish I could, but I apologize.
But yeah, even then, like, despite that afternoon being very chill, like, in the sense of me just sitting there watching them write stuff. Just being in the classroom again, just like that feeling of like being in front of the room, in front of kids again.
It must be nice and thrilling to be back.
Yeah, and to like feel pretty confident for once was kind of surprising. I guess. Thanks, Toastmasters. Because that was one thing I didn't know how I would do, is because I've done Toastmasters online for almost 2 years now. And I was like, haven't done anything in person in forever, like, ever. Like, and you, Daryl, being here was the first time I did anything in person, like, ever. Besides work.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to be. But yeah, no, besides being a little quiet at times and such, I could still, like, project my voice, command attention, quiet the room down, and yeah, and just kind of help kids out with it. It was quite good to have the, like, 2 days back-to-back experience like that. And then I was so unfortunate because the start of this week, Monday, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't, like, be on the service and kind of accept calls or jobs because I was so exhausted.
You did have a very powerful week, very productive-ish week.
I had a crazy weekend. Because I worked overnight, so I had to go quickly from, like, teaching daytime to, like, overnight on Friday, which I'm realizing is the stupidest thing I could have done in my life, but oh well, it's fine. Whatever. Can you stop with your truck ramming into things? Your poor front end.
My face gets smashed every time.
The whiplash your fucking person must feel.
It's okay, that's just me.
So yeah, Monday I couldn't do it because I basically worked 36 hours out of, like, 36 hours that weekend out of the 3 days.
Basically, so half. That is half of a 3-day, 24-hour period.
Yeah. Like half of the weekend I spent working.
Mm-hmm.
So it was exhausting. So Monday I was like, you know what, not gonna do it. I'm gonna sleep until 2 p.m. because I need it. And then Tuesday came, and so I'm a secondary teacher. So that means junior high, like middle school, junior high, high school is where
Mm-hmm.
I'm specialized in. Fucking Tuesday and Wednesday were all calls for elementary. Like, not even like 4 to 6, because grade 4 to 6 probably could manage. Probably could do
Right,
easily
because
enough.
you've taught for grade 4 to 6 technically online, if you think about it.
Yeah, with my kiddos online, like that's an age range that I'm starting to get very familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but none, no, it's all K to 3 or like K to 4 or like 1 to 3, and I was like,
Could be a better range than those, please.
no. So like I had to like decline those jobs, unfortunately. And then finally Wednesday night came. So last night I was talking. Oddly enough, I was talking to Brooke already, like my friend who teaches at
Oh
the school
really?
at our high school,
Aww.
and we were communicating a little bit just about like, because I have other news for you, but you don't know about. Because I was telling her that like I think Sperly would be proud of me. And she's like, why? And I'm like, I accepted a Spanish teaching job on Friday morning. I can finally teach Spanish and be the Spanish teacher I want to be. And she's like, that's so cute. Yes, Sperly would be proud of you.
Mm.
You're talking about Spanish. She's like, I took that for 1 year. I took Spanish with Sperling for 1 year. Then I took it again and spent in university for 1 year.
And guess
So
what?
whatever you just said, I don't remember. I was like, fair enough. And then I told her of the other news that I'm going to share with you in a moment. But then I also said, like, oh my God, Brooke, I'm freaking out. And she's like, why? And I was like, I have a teaching job at Lillian tomorrow. It's social studies. And she's like, oh my God, I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, you will.
Yay!
So we're really, really excited. But yeah, finally got to teach at Lillian again. And that was today. But before I talk about today, I finally figured out how the fuck I can start applying to jobs internally now.
Oh.
So it's a program that we use here called something soft, PeopleSoft, I think.
PeopleSoft. Yeah, that sounds like an HR software to me. I've heard that before.
Yeah, so I finally got my login sorted for that. Popped on and like clicked on teacher, and I didn't really click on any schools or particular areas. It just like show me all the teacher jobs.
Right.
And what's different from applying to Edmonton Public externally versus internally is internal jobs give you the subjects you will be teaching in that contract, the school, and how long your contract is, and
Oh.
if it's full-time or part-time work.
Oh, okay.
So I was having a great time going through all these. I mean, a lot of it is elementary ed.
Right.
And I feel bad for elementary. They need more teachers, man. And man, if you want to be a teacher, you like kids, or if you be
If you
teacher.
like young
Um,
kids.
if you like
Yeah.
the little kids that are all snotty and gross, you can go teach them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Sorry, no. But I went through like the 34 jobs that are listed, and there were two that I found. One was full time teaching English for grade 10 to 12. So our academic stream is like 10-2 is like the lower kind of scoring academic students.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's -1, which is your average to high kind of scoring students or academic students. And then there's AP program at the school. So this had it all. Like 10-1, 20-2,
Wow.
30-1, 20-1 AP, all of it. But I was like, fuck yes, high school English, man, high school English. So I applied to that one. And then the other one is, you're going to laugh at this because I don't think I've taught junior high since the UK, but it was like a junior high. So grade 7, grade 8 English. Health and
Ooh.
an option. Health and you will take on or teach an option. And I was like, okay, applying to both.
Interesting.
So I did that. So I did that yesterday, and it's so funny because I told Brooke, I'm like, oh my God, Spanish is so exciting. Oh my God, I'm gonna be at Lillian tomorrow. She's like, I'm like, Brooke, I'm so sorry I forgot you, but I forgot other news. I applied to internal jobs for the first time. She's like, Violet, you need to lead with that next time. Like, lead with the applying thing because that's big. You'll be like not going across all the city all the time, taking on random teaching jobs. Whenever you get them, you'll be in a school full time. That's bigger than coming here, although I'm really happy to see you.
However, at the same time, I'm happy to see you, sort of thing.
Yes, it was really funny. But yes, so applied to a couple of full-time
Ooh.
teaching jobs. Deadline is tomorrow, basically, so I'm not going to hear back right away. Probably hear back in a week or so, maybe, hopefully.
Probably wait
Uh,
till all the candidates get into the pool and be like, all right, time to scout, sort of thing.
yeah, I will be contacted upon, like, if I am successful to move on to the interview. If I don't get contacted, it means I wasn't successful. So that's just how they work in my school board. But
Hmm.
I did it. I put myself out there.
Hey, if you don't put yourself out there, no one will know, right? So,
Exactly. So really, really exciting stuff there. Look at me shooting for the stars from my degree,
heck
like actual
yeah.
career is what I meant to say. And
For your
then
degree.
just
Wow, I just got that right. I just got what you just said. Holy shit, I'm slow.
it's okay. So am I apparently. And then um and then today. So today, I got to go to my high school where I graduated from 10 years ago.
Man, that must have been interesting.
It was so interesting taking that bus route back down, like taking the train all the way down to Central Park and catching a bus to like Ledger Station and like bam, the school's right there. Oh, I used to have to do that
On a
in
on a
high
daily
school.
basis. In high
Yeah,
school.
yes. And so like doing that again is all full of nostalgia, like just even the bus route, following that again. And it's so funny, I got in and I was like, oh my God. Literally, like I had that moment where like everything has changed, but everything has still the same.
Right.
Like the style of furniture, the color of the furniture, how it's all sprawled out, like the same. Library expanded, but the same. And like there's trophies in the trophy case now. What?
Ooh.
Because
And
all these,
for
yeah,
context, technically, I think you told me personally, but I don't think they know. That school is technically new.
and it's 10 years old. No, 13.
2009, right?
Yes, 2009. It's 13 years old because my class was the first grade in that school, grade 10. We were the first kiddos in that school. And then as, of course, we finished our school year, we became the grade 11s and the grade 12s. So I was part of the first graduating class at Lillian.
Aww.
So like a lot has changed. They have a whole extension to that school now. So like it's oh my God. Um, they have a whole
This...
extension with more classrooms, more lockers. They have a full ass proper theater now as
Wow.
well.
Nice.
And it was so wild to walk in there, and I'm like, oh my God. And like, so yeah, with us being like the first graduating class, of course, when I attended there, we didn't have a lot of trophies right away.
Right.
We're still trying to form what sports teams we could offer.
Trying to figure out
Like,
who will excel in what, right? Sort of thing.
yeah, like who would want to coach what and do all that? Like we were trying to figure that out in the few years that I was there. So then like to walk down the hallway and see the trophies, I was like, oh my God, wild. And like they've updated like the colors and the themes of the school. And I was like, oh my
Aww.
God. And even the fucking like main office, there's only used to be one desk in there, but now they've got three in there. So they got like three receptionists that focus on each different things.
Oh,
Oh my God, it was wild. And they have a YouTube
dude.
channel for like daily news.
Because obviously we're in the 2020s, 2010s,
Yeah,
2020s.
they literally
Right.
like in block one every single day. Part of the morning routine is for you to go onto like the LOHS TV on YouTube and play like the live stream
Oh
for the
my
morning.
god! Rather than doing the good old on the announcements sort of thing.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god,
And I was like, oh
damn.
my God, we've got like a proper like YouTube newsroom at the school now, like proper TV production as well. Like it's pretty fucking like on point. I gotta show you some videos later.
You need to.
Um, and I was like, oh my God, everything's changed. And like the new classrooms are so fucking fancy. And the desks are like the desks that you can like raise and lower so they can become standing desk or sitting
What?
desk.
Really?
Oh, it was
For
so wild.
kids?
No, for us, for teachers.
Dude,
I
that's
was freaking out about the
good.
teachers, okay? And like dual monitors now instead of a single one. I was like, oh my God,
Yo! Wow,
yo,
you guys are that place is
we
set
got
up.
upgraded.
That's a proper. That's proper, dude. Teachers are living the life.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're still treated like shit in many other regards, as I heard from work today. But it was like, oh my God, like everything is so upgraded. Like it just felt like it felt familiar, like returning to like an old home, like a new
Mm-hmm.
like, but it also felt new
But
and
seeing new
exciting. So I was just like,
things.
and like the
Yeah.
gym got upgraded because like the proper like all the Lily and Osborne colors are now like on the gym floor and like that whole area. Like you walk in, oh my God, it was so nice. I was freaking
Aww.
out. And so like every class that I taught today, I taught for today. I was just like, hi everyone, my name is Miss Wallace, and fun fact about me, I was part of the first graduating class here at Lillian 10 years ago. And everyone was just like, what? I was like, yes, yes, yes. I was part of the graduating class of 2012, and that was the very first graduating class here at Lillian. And they're like, what was it like back there? I'm like, a lot smaller.
I'm a lot more bare, unlike now where everything is everything.
Smaller, bare, way different teaching staff. I don't know who most of the teachers are here anymore. But I do know Mrs. Scammell, and some of them are like, "That's my math teacher." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And I know Miss Hudson, if you know her. She's actually graduated Lillian with me in 2012. They're like, "What? Wow!" So I had like that kind of fun little moments at every class, basically.
Aww.
And yeah, it went pretty good. I mean, today's not again one of those days where like it was like kids got work period, and then it was
Mm-hmm.
an exam, and an exam.
Aww.
It's kind of a boring day to be a part of that, but like just I couldn't stop like staring out the window and looking at like the soccer field outside and like the neighborhood and like the very familiar things I used to like the same sights I used to stare out the windows like in my
Right.
Spanish classes and things like oh it was just so much nostalgia.
Aww.
And I didn't run into anyone I knew when I first came into the school,
Right.
but when I went for lunch I started lunch a little late for myself because some of the kid was like, Miss, please, 5 more minutes for the exam, please. 5 more. I'm like, okay, I'll stay for 5 minutes. But after 5 minutes, you gotta turn it in and shut it down, please. And I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. And I was like, well, it ended up being 7 minutes, but anyway,
Nailed it.
just high school kids. Um,
Gotta love them.
yeah, but took care of all that, locked up, brought my food down, and on my way down the stairs, because I got a little topsy turvy, because again, they have a fucking new wing to the school that I've never explored before, so I kind of explored it. I
Right.
ran into my old math teacher.
Aww.
And she's just like, I know you, familiar face, and I've been watching. That sounds weird. I've been like keeping up with you on Facebook and everything. Like, how are you doing, Violet? I was like, ah. And I was like, oh, good, you're subbing today. She's like, yes, I saw you're a substitute. Congratulations for finally getting into the school board. I was like, thanks. And she's like, well, what are you subbing here? Because you're English, right? And I was like, well, I'm English Spanish, but I'm oddly enough subbing social studies today. She's like, what? I was like, I have a soft spot for history. I really enjoy the Cold War, and I saw in the lesson plan there's Cold War, so I thought I'd come in. And she's like, you were always an academic, weren't you? I'm like, yeah.
I've been caught, but this is fine.
She literally was the one that laughed so hard at my final math score because, fun fact, y'all, grade 10 math, grade 10 math, I had 86. Grade 11, guess what I ended with? 86.
Six.
Grade 12, fucking final grade, 86.
Oh my god, triple 86s.
Yeah, my math, like, so she just keeps remembering like that. She's just like, you couldn't break that 86 in the grade 12, could you? I'm like, no.
Aww.
She's like, you didn't choose math as a major or minor? I'm like, no. I was like, if you remember, this is before the mathematics curriculum change. I was in applied math. And she's like, right, 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 right. You were always reading a book. And I was like, there we go.
Dang.
English major here, ching ching. And she's just like, when was the last time you were here at Lillian? I was like, I think 5 or 6 years ago when we did a wake-a-thon and they asked for alumni to come back and like talk to students or come volunteer and
Oh
run
yeah,
booths
I
and
remember
such.
hearing about this.
Yeah, I love that I picked the shift from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. That's me though.
Nailed it.
But it was a great time to go there, and like, oh, that last time I visited, I saw so many teachers I knew. But like, it's been that long, and she's like, yes, you probably wouldn't. You definitely didn't see the theater. You definitely didn't see this whole back wing. We got bigger, but we're still just as crowded. I was like,
Aww.
I can imagine. She's like, yeah, the state of secondary education in our city is fucking ridiculous, if I'm gonna be honest with you. And I was like, yeah, I know. And
It's a
she's like,
common problem, which is unfortunate.
yeah, they're not building like secondary, like they're not building junior highs or high schools anymore. It's a lot of like K to
Oh,
6 or K to 9s or those kinds of schools. So yeah, we got talking about that for a little bit. I was like, well, I'm gonna go down and find Brooke, because her and I have been kept talking a lot lately with this whole process of getting into the school board. So I'm gonna go find her and have some lunch. And she's like, yeah, I'm technically on supervision, so I should probably go wander the halls and look busy. But it was really nice to see you, and I was like, it was really nice to see you too. And then yeah, I got to go down and hang out with Brooke and another teacher, and it's so funny because like Brooke kept jumping back from like the conversation with him and me, like back and forth a little
right.
bit. Because like she's helping plan graduation. So like him and her were
Ooh.
talking about like the songs that like the bands should perform and like that kind of stuff. And then yeah, she ranted a little bit about like some really strange student placements in like her classes. So it was kind of interesting to hear that.
Oh,
Obviously
interesting.
can't say much on stream, but
Right.
pretty rough. So I heard that, and they asked me like, when like, Violet, how are you? And I was like, yeah,
Words.
I'm I'm here. I'm finally subbing, and the guy kept asking me questions too, like, oh yeah, and like, what's your major and minor? Because obviously you're secondary ed. And I told him English and Spanish. He's like, and you're covering social studies. I'm like, look, I'm just way too happy to be back in the classroom. It's been over 2 years since I've been in the classroom again. He's like, what? What has happened in those 2 years? I'm like, do you
COVID.
want the full story or do you want the short story? And he's like, give me your 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Like the short story. And I was like, all right.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, graduated from university in 2018, had a teaching job lined up in the UK for the September of 2018. Moved there, got there, found out that the contract that I signed was not actually what I was going to be doing. Ended up doing supply work for one school, known as a cover supervisor in the UK. So I stayed at that school every day. I would show up to the one school, waiting for a schedule, and go teach that schedule. I didn't receive any formal training. Ended up being miserable because no one took care of me. And just, I mean,
Just went through the whole thing. As you've more or less explained in past Trek and Talks, obviously.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Just like how like I was miserable there, trying to apply for English teacher jobs, but they kept putting my like application at the bottom of the pile, and instead of the top of the pile, with stupid. And like he's just like, yeah, your internal staff, you should always be put at the top of the pile. And, like he wasn't. I got rejected there, so then I had to find a new school. Found a new school, signed again a contract to teach English full time there, ended up not happening. I got 4 or 5 different positions when I was there, and ended up teaching more French than I did English, because they thought that I was Canadian and knew French. But haha, jokes on them, I knew Spanish. But
Wrong
they didn't offer
language.
Spanish at the school.
Right.
And they're like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah. Then the pandemic hit, and
You had to come back.
yeah, I had to come back because I would have been stuck in London with no job because they would have let me go. I would have been stuck in London, England with no job and like, that whole spiel. And
Mm-hmm.
my visa expired in that August. So then I moved back March 2020, and then I had to take any job that I could to make ends meet, and ended up working at Real Canadian Superstore overnights, and I'm still doing that. And he's like, "Wait, you're subbing though now? Like, you don't need to do that." I was like, "No, I do." Because I just started subbing. I'm not gonna get paid till the end of May. And he's like, right, because you're on the same pay period as us. I'm like, yep, I am. And he's like,
Man.
oh, rough. Will you be able to leave it? I'm like, I don't know. What does subbing look like in the summer? And they're like, ooh, don't know. I was like, exactly. So if I
Right.
can manage to get hired at a school here in the next couple months, then I will for sure leave Superstore.
Right.
But if I get nothing, I am gonna have to stay at retail. And I just remember all of them going, that's rough. But like, that's a minimum wage job, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, I get overnight premium, but it's not much more. And they're like, then how are you making ends meet? I was like, oh, fine. I get to
Other
explain
things.
my other two jobs that I have. So yeah, I explained it like out school and studiosity to
Yes. Yeah.
them. And it's so funny. It's like online, people are like, "Aw, that sounds rough, man." But then like saying it all out loud in person is way different because like there's facial expressions, there's body
Right.
language, and all of them are like, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
Oh.
I'm like, no, well, no. But I'm really happy to be here and finally be back in the classroom after 2 years. That's where I'm kind of focusing on. I'm back here. I'm in my high school that I graduated from. It's cool. And
Mm-hmm.
Brooke was just like, we gotta get you something more consistent. So you can't be doing these three jobs that are like either anything or nothing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's kind of funny, like actually having that physical reaction instead of just like, oh, that
Oh.
sounds rough, pat
Right.
pat, like online that we get. Just seeing that like physical reaction, like, are you okay? Like, no.
You see a face. You could put a face. You could put an emotion. You could see the reaction. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, oh no. There's a deep concern, and I concern them.
Oh no, I made them worry about my well-being.
Right.
um, so yeah, it was quite interesting to do that. But yeah, we ended up talking about like graduation and other things to kind of change the topic. I was like, fair.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, I spent the rest of the afternoon teaching, and then unfortunately, Brooke, I couldn't see her after school because she teaches an after-school class.
Oh.
Because they offer some after-school classes for students who just fucking never make it at 9 a.m.
Right.
Um, so she had an afternoon class. I didn't get to say goodbye to her, but it was so busy after that. Oh my God. Because I wanted to leave right away. But then I looked at the bus station and I was like, I think all of the high school's there.
I would rather wait at that point.
Shit. But luckily, near my old high school is a rec center with a coffee shop in it.
Oh,
Second
hey.
cup. So I went in there.
Nice.
I don't have the money for it, but I was like, I need to sit and do something. So I spent money I didn't have on an iced latte, and like sat on a little like bench and quiet and put on music. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it like 20, 30 minutes, and then I'll go catch the bus and come home.
Right.
And then yeah, I got to come home, and that was today. And then the unfortunate part, and what I'm trying to do right now is like refresh the like portal for jobs tomorrow. My
Right.
morning job tomorrow got canceled on me because they I actually read the email a little closer. And they actually found like a Spanish special, like a native Spanish speaker to come in and cover that
Oh.
class instead of someone who learned it. So
Oh,
that's the difference.
I see. I see.
Because
Interesting.
the school that I was going to does have a proper International Spanish Academy attached to it.
Oh.
And I was like,
Okay.
that's fucking unfortunate because here I am doing like
Right.
tons of Duolingo, just like getting my Spanish up there to a level where I'm like, I can speak it fluently, or at least fake it till I make it
Right.
for a morning. And it got canceled on me. So I was like, no.
Man.
But yeah, I was like, oh, so disappointed. So I don't have a job tomorrow, unfortunately, but that's like, that's it. I've only have 3 real days of teaching at this point, or subbing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm back in that classroom.
It's a nice. You have like a good fluttery feeling when you're in a classroom environment again, isn't it?
Yeah, and like to actually be able to command attention, like I never had that in the UK. I like a few times I got lucky some
Right.
students in classes, but like coming into like these situations going like just saying, all right, the bell has rang, sit down in your seats, hello everyone, I am Miss Wallace, and just like go right into it.
Like I would say that I'm gonna put it out this way because it only makes sense if you think about it. The very stereotypical teacher that you see like in movies and whatnot. Like you could just really put your
Yes.
assertiveness in it and
Yeah,
say,
with some little humor and
of,
funness in it because it's
of
me.
course. Yeah.
Um, yeah, like as you guys heard, I'm like, oh yeah, just as a fun fact, like, hello everyone, I'm Miss Wallace, and a fun fact, I was part of the first graduating class here at Lillian back 10 years ago. It's great to be back. And they're like, whoa, what was that like? I'm like, way different.
Right.
So I got to put those little like personality things into it. Like, okay, we talked enough about me. Let's talk about what you're doing today.
Right. So it's like it's just nice to finally project, like once again after so long of not being able to do it, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. And to be able to give instructions and reminders and like just kind of have that classroom management
That nice
feel to
teaching
it
habit,
again.
that nice
Yeah.
teaching habit that you want to get back
Ah.
into after so long.
Oh, yes. And making them giggle at my little idiosyncrasies.
Hey, you
A
gotta make
student,
it fun, right? Like it's not only projecting, you gotta make it fun somehow.
oh yeah, because like I tried to turn off the projector during one of the classes, but like unfortunately the remote doesn't work to turn it off, so you actually have to grab something, hopefully that you can reach up and grab the projector and turn it off.
Uh huh.
So I made a few students, basically all the students in the second period, or block two, that they giggled at me because even with the fucking roller that was on the desk, I could not turn off the projector. I was
Oh.
not tall enough for that. They're like, "Yeah, you're kind of
Right.
short, aren't you, Miss Wallace?" I'm like, "Uh-huh, sure I am."
Aww.
And they're like, "Would you like one of us to do it?" I'm like, "No, I'll just leave it on. I'll just take the screen. I'll just like move my window to my computer at the desk, and it'll be fine." So I ended up leaving the projector on all day, and they just got to see like Lillian Osborne High School like background on the projector the whole day until like the end of the day, where I was like,
Okay,
"Excuse
now I'm gonna do
me,
it.
excuse me, student, that student name," because obviously I can't tell you guys the name. I'm like,
Right.
"You're tall," and they're like, "Yes, I'm very tall compared to you." I'm like, "Thanks for the reminder. Could you turn off the projector for me?" And like they were able to like fucking like reach up and go clink, and I'm like,
You
"Yes."
guys make it look so easy. Fuck you all. I mean, I can't
Like
say that, but
I was like, "Great, thank you so much for your assistance." He's like, "Hey, anytime. This is what us tall people are for." I'm like, "You can leave now. Thank you. Have a great day." And they all like giggled as they left.
aww. Still hilarious nonetheless.
Yeah, I was like, "Nope, not possible." Grabs the little like roller. Nope, still not a thing. Great.
Aww.
Embarrassing moment for today. Psh. Not the only one that I had today, though. Oh my god, I got off the bus with a bunch of students in the morning,
Mhm.
and we were all like walking across like the platform at the bus station to like
Right.
go across the road. Fucking tripped. I didn't
Aww.
fall. I caught myself, but I stumbled forward. I was like, whoa. And like,
Hey, at least you weren't me. At least you weren't
um,
me.
uh, I am aware of my surroundings enough, Daryl, to not fall into a pothole.
Put
A
my foot
little
into the
crack,
pole and fall. Thank you
a
very
little,
much.
a little like stumble because my shoe caught on something is a way different thing.
I see, I see. And meanwhile, me, foot into the pothole. Shit!
Yes, I stumbled and was like, okay. Luckily, none of the students that were on the bus were in my classes today, so I got lucky. But I was like, only I would fucking have
Aww.
this grand entrance to my fucking old high school. Here we go.
It's a way to do it. It's a way to do it.
Cheers to me.
Tink.
Mhm. Speaking of clink, I need water. Num num. Yeah, that's been like like my craziness.
It's still, again, must have been fun nonetheless to get into that sort of environment again for you. Especially
I
for
can't
how
even
long it's been
like
a while.
describe it. It's just there's no words to it. I will say that was very funny being back at my high school because like all those things hit, right? Like the
Oh, yeah.
nostalgia, the memories, and like going back to your question earlier, like
Mm-hmm.
what hit more, like at the university, like kind of revisit or the high school revisit. They both hit in different ways. So like for university, we'll start there because that's like the more like later experience that I or like way earlier experience that I had.
Mm-hmm.
That one hit me hard because of not only the good memories of, like, this is where I used to call you, ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like going to the sites where I remember, like, oh my God, this is like the building I was in when I found out that, like, my grandma passed away, or like this was the moment where I found out about my grandpa passing away. This is the moment where I failed a class. And like having like those like really shitty experiences come into my
Mm-hmm.
head when we were there. Which made it like, sad and like hard, but then we got to Ed building, and you're gonna hear it in the vlog where I'm like, it makes me so happy being in these two buildings, the education building, because despite everywhere else and all the shit that I went through in university for those 5.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
this building was where I had the most success. I had the highest grades in all of my education classes in university. It was education that was like, bam, this is for me. So it was like nostalgia, like it was that kind of like hit there. The
Right.
high school experience is different because it was mainly like looking back at like very fond and happy memories
Mm-hmm.
and realizing I don't have any of those connections anymore besides Brooke
Oh.
and my old teachers on Facebook. I don't have
Right.
those high school friends anymore. I don't have those connections with the friends I made in like grades 11 and 12. Like, I don't have those people in my life anymore. But like at the same time, it's so fun to be in that hallway again where I'm like, oh my God, I'm pretty sure one of these bricks on the wall has my name on it. Because we got to do
Oh.
that as like a legacy project. Was like for when we built the trophy case, because we
Right.
fucking built that trophy case. Well, the brick wall that's behind it, all of that first class of Lillian has their name on it.
Oh.
And so like that moment, and then it's like I looked at that library with pride because we developed and built that library from like for the 3 years we were there. We brought in new books. I helped put the barcode thingies in the books. I learned about the Dewey Decimal System and how books are organized in libraries. Like that was such a happy moment for me. And then some funny things came into my head too, like fucking sitting at one of those tables in the front foyer and having like a Dr. Pepper explode all over me wearing a white shirt
Oh
and
boy.
a colorful bra. So, like I had all those moments in my head as I was walking through those halls. And then even like going up
Mm-hmm.
the grand staircase and like looking at those first couple classrooms, like that's where I had Spanish and English. I was like, bam, right there, side by side, like major minor, like that's where I fucking learned Spanish for the first time. This is where I got really into Shakespeare, like the nerd I am.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm like, that classroom was where I had film club. That classroom was the leadership room, and now it's the communications room. And then, like, yeah, going to explore all the new wings and going, oh my god, this would have been so much fun if I was a high school kid now. I could
Oh, I bet.
hide so easily if I was a high school kid right now. Um, and then, yeah, just like, and then walking away feeling that kind of like, oh, that was so nice. But also, like, man, that was like the time of my life where I was the happiest. Because
Mm-hmm.
I had a huge group of friends. I was so involved with so many things, and people didn't bully me in high school. Like, bullying wasn't a thing for me finally. That was the first 3 years of my life that I never experienced bullying. That was the only 3 years of my schooling experience. I never experienced it.
Oh.
And then like walking away from that going like, I'm never gonna have that again. It was just wild. It was just so wild to kind of like have all that hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It must have been a wave of nostalgia for you.
Yeah. And like both kinds of nostalgia, like the good and like the
Right.
sad. Because like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm like, oh, man, I was one of those kids that really loved high school and enjoyed so much of it. And like I'm walking away going like, oh man, I'm never gonna really feel that again. Unless I get like a proper place and like meet new friends and like have that group again. But at the same time, like I'm not gonna have that pure naivety
Right.
that I
As a
did in high
teenager.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've grown up in the world, I've traveled, I've seen shit.
Like
I'll never be the same.
and it's always interesting to explain that to like obviously teenagers too. It's like you think you guys have seen shit. Oh, you can't wait for you to see what adulthood brings you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, it's like yeah. I mean, at the same time, You don't know what's going on as a teenager. You just want to have the time of your life. It's always how it should be. Have the time of your life. Explore. Be naive, because it's going to get you to places. Whether it might be good or bad, right? It's still something to where you experience something, and maybe that experience is a good thing, and it may project you to the future, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like once once you're like talking about it, it's like, now that you mention it, it's like you had your own 10-year reunion,
Yeah, yeah.
since it's been 10 years since you graduated at that place.
Yeah.
So it's like it was probably just the right time, I'd say, to relive that nostalgia, sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just walking around campus, it must have been a time to just experience everything again.
Yeah, absolutely. I really enjoyed it.
That's something I kind of wish I could do. I mean, I can, if I try hard enough, I could get myself back to the Central Valley, visit a couple teachers. I think I still know a teacher or two who's there that maybe allow me to in as a guest. But obviously, I may need a reason. But I remember I've had those times as well. Obviously, not to the point where you're having it here 10 years after. But I remember like a handful of times just visiting high school, well into college and well after my graduation, just to visit a teacher or two, because we're talking about other things. And then having that chance to walk around campus was just interesting. It's just like, man, this has changed. This has changed. This has changed. It's just nice. It's oddly amazing to compare what
Yeah.
has happened, what was done, how much has changed in the years that you left your high school.
Yeah, they have a fucking coffee bar as
What?
part of that, like, this old little cafeteria area that they had there. Oddly enough, it used to be just served for hot lunches. Like, somewhere around like 11:15 in the morning, suddenly there would be like a bunch of people coming in with like or delivery drivers with pizzas, or like other kind of quick like fast food things and like
Mm-hmm.
meals and such, and like setting things up in that area because I used to have a spare in grade 12, like right before lunch, so I got to see this whole shindig go down. And it was
Hey,
Panago Pizza. I used to work there, so like
hey.
whatever driver came in, I'm like, hey, what's up?
I know you. It's like it's
Yeah,
your turf too, where you work. So it's like, I know you.
yeah,
Hi.
exactly. Yeah, like what's up, Connor? He's like, aren't you supposed to be in class or something? I'm like, no, I got a spare. This used to be my physics class, but I dropped that shit. I knew they would always laugh. But yeah, I got to see that. And like that area now has like a proper like sink in there. Like there's microwaves along the wall, and there's like a proper little
Really?
like cafe thing. You get coffee. I'm like, man,
Wow.
yeah.
God,
Fucking
now I'm thinking about it. It's like, I don't know if ever my high school had microwaves. I don't think it ever did. I only
we
knew
didn't
college did, not high school.
we didn't have a proper cafeteria, but we had like there's like well, I mean with the fucking extension, there's tons of seating now
Right.
in the area and like little like center pods and things like that that kids can sit on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. It, I'm curious. I'm gonna ask this in whatever experience you've had in your 3 days. Can teachers can teachers buy school lunches?
Yeah.
Okay. I just had that curiosity question. It's like, I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna ask anyways.
Center High was different because we were downtown.
Oh.
I didn't notice anywhere to buy food.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but at the high school, I'm pretty sure you could have gone down and bought something. Or well, luckily enough for J Percy Page, there's the Millwoods Transit Center nearby, and that can like get you, and like the actual rec center's there too by that school, and I think the mall is nearby, so it's not too far to
Mm-hmm.
get to. So like you could go out and get things.
Right.
At Lillian, yeah, they were selling cupcakes
What?
at lunch because like some kids brought in cupcakes for
Aww.
raising money for sexual assault awareness.
Aww.
And I was like, I don't have $1. Fuck. So I couldn't get cupcake to support the cause. But
The one time I wish I had a loony.
yeah, I have 85 cents instead. Fuck. Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, yeah, they're selling cupcakes there. They had like hot lunch being served. It smelled so good. Whatever the fuck it was today, was smelling so good.
Aw,
Uh,
I kind of wish you'd like took a picture or something. Probably wouldn't help, but
I didn't walk anywhere near that front area. I walked down the grand staircase and kind of like headed to the north side of the building.
mm-hmm.
Instead of like the front entrance, which faces the Never Eat Soggy Wieners west side.
Never eat soggy wieners. I had luckily I had to remember it that way. That's fair.
That's just my way of remembering north, south, east, west.
Never eat shredded wheat. Never eat soggy waffles.
Um, Never enter Santa's washroom.
Anyways, okay. Yeah, no, I just always like curious about that. It must be like I kind of want to request one day, hopefully one day, just see if you can like see what kind of lunches do they serve nowadays in high schools. I want to see if it ever changed per se. I don't know, I wonder if it changed for like you or something like that.
Guess I'll have to do an in-depth insider's report next time I go on here.
Report me next time on Truck and Talk. um, but yeah, no, I mean like okay, like I mean, I guess get back to comparison because I can't really think it. I'm still thinking about it. It's just, it must be very interesting to just see the technology change, as you said when you went to the classroom in Lillian. It's just like, oh my god, they have a lot, sort of thing, compared to what they had before.
Yeah, like they have a proper like media communications room now,
Mm-hmm.
where like it looks like a fucking like proper like news studio.
Like a broadcasting studio.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, geez, and they've got like a home ec room. We used to have only like the where the foods room is. There used
Mm-hmm.
to only be one downstairs on the main floor. Now there's a fucking second one on the upper floor.
Oh wow.
And I was like, what? Um, yeah, and like the subjects are in different areas now of the school, and I'm like, oh lordy,
Time to get
makes sense
lost.
because like with a new wing, right? Because I was like, oh,
Right.
we're Spanish, and I like went up the stairs. And I'm like, oh, that's a fucking math room now. What?
They moved everyone.
Yeah, things got rotated quite a bit there, and I was like, oh my lordy. What else is different? Mainly it. Oddly enough, with the extension, they kept the same style of furniture for like the whole school from like when I first got in. God, when did we get that furniture? Maybe grade 11, grade 12? Because oddly enough, we just had boring gray like ottomans and like couches, and then we added like a
At least you
splash of
guys have
color, like
couches.
oh yeah, yeah, nice couches, and then they added a splash of color with like the proper like red. What are our colors again? Red,
That's always a
blue,
good
and
term.
silver. So like we had like gray, like well, then we had like red and like blue like furniture throughout the school. So they kept that style of furniture throughout the entire like extension, like the new wing and all that kind of stuff too. That was really cool to kind of like, oh my god, I remember these circle of couches here. It'd be perfect. We would go get a table from the library and fucking play Yu-Gi-Oh! I was that kid in high school.
Hey.
And then like just walking like by the library, looking through it, and I'm like, is that still the two computer labs? They are. I'm like, great, that computer lab on the right side from like facing in towards the library. I'm like, that's where we played Yu-Gi-Oh! With a fucking teacher. Like just all of that. It was so wild.
Aww.
Yeah.
Truly the time, again, truly a time to reminisce everything. Compare from the ye old to the current.
Yeah, and oh my god, I forgot to add this too. Like, I knew of this from like the last time I visited, but it used to be just like a proper like whole big field, and then we had to walk all the way around the fucking field to get into the school. That was like the only cement path.
Oh my
We
god.
now have a cement path through the field
Hey! So it makes
to
it a
get to
little
the school.
easier. Makes it
Yeah,
easier to go straight.
yeah, it takes us right to the parking lot and then to like the side entrances of the building. I was like, oh, much nicer.
Don't have to deal with whatever wintry shit that could happen during in the field.
Exactly. And plus, like, it rained yesterday. It fucking rained here, by the way, instead of snow for once. Although it
Ooh.
started out as snow in the morning, then turned to rain. But that's fine. It's Canada, guys. Just can't tell
Right.
you anything else. But sounds like all the field's super wet. I don't want to walk across the field. Do I have to walk across the field? I don't want to walk across the field. I wear flats. That would be bad. And then I'm like, no, there's a path again. There's a path now. Yeah, it was fun. And then I was like, oh, I'm such a nerd too, because like I used to get to school really early for high school,
Mm-hmm.
because I would have to commute from like the northwest side and come all the way down to the southwest side.
Right.
And by the way, that sounds like it should be a straight commute down, right?
No,
Not
it's
with
not.
my fucking city.
You have to go
It is.
inside to go outside.
Yeah, yes.
That hasn't
Uh,
changed. I think I remember that. That hasn't changed.
no. You used to have to take a bus to downtown, take a train, and then take a bus to school. So I would get there like at 8 a.m. and classes didn't start till 9. And so I got to see all the teachers like pull in, and I like remember walking in the fucking parking lot today, and I'm like, oh my god, this is where Sperling used to park.
Oh my god.
It's where Pike used to park, and I'm like, oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't even.
When you know where your teacher's parked.
Yeah, I want to know how involved I was in school, guys. That's your answer. That's
It's
how involved I was in
okay.
high school.
It's okay. I was the same person too, because they have separate student and teacher slots, and I always get out of teacher slots. And I finally and it took me like a while because it was a 4 year. We in California, at least in California, it's a 4 year, 9 to 12. So I eventually started figuring out which teachers drove which cars. It was always interesting. I was like, oh
Mhm.
yep, they're parking there. Oh yep, they're here today. It's always great to know. It's
Yeah.
like if your teacher's there or not, if you know by their car. If
Mhm,
it's not
mhm.
there, it's like, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. We may have a sub.
Yep, yep.
So, I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, no, I'm hoping you'll get more. Obviously, like there's still time left, right? The end of the school year is not. It's approaching, but it's not there yet per se, right?
End of June.
So you got time to get to experience the other classes, other places to go and whatnot. Um, but
Mhm.
I'm very excited. Is there anything else you'd want to share of just your whole subbing experience?
Um,
I think there might have been a couple. I just can't
I
remember it.
I have to remind myself as a sub that like I'm going in to cover a class. I'm not going in to actually teach.
Teach, right?
Because like I keep having those expectations. I'm like I'm gonna be doing more. Like I'll have to like go through like a PowerPoint like I did on my first day, and like they're gonna have to actually listen to me and follow. Like we're gonna have to like actually set a pace to the class. Whereas no, not for regular high schools. Regular
Really?
high schools is like here you go. Like hand out this work to the students, have them complete it. If they finish early, they can move on to other things. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm not actually doing anything with them. They just have to fucking work on a worksheet and be done. So I have to keep in mind myself that I'm not going in there with like knowledge to give them. I'm going in there going, here's the shit your teacher wants you to do. Go do it.
Right.
So like that's been funny because like part of me is just like, oh, I should probably like freshen up on my social studies curriculum, shouldn't I? And like go look at the fucking program of studies for social studies like
Mm-hmm.
30, and I like Brooke finally like laid it down last night to me and like Snapchat going, no, you do not need to go put in that much fucking effort as a substitute. Like Violet, I love you, and that's amazing that you want to care that much, but no, you're a sub. No one's gonna expect you to teach a whole lesson as a sub.
Right. I am curious. Just by remembering your high school experience, like, have you ever had like I wouldn't say a long-term sub because technically a long-term sub was more like weeks or months, saying if a teacher's going on maternity leave or like other things, right? But like a
Yeah.
teacher that is subbing for like a couple days or a full week.
Hmm.
I think, like, do you recall ever them kind of teaching something in a way?
They did their best.
Right.
Because like obviously that's a lot of time for a teacher to miss. So like
Mm-hmm.
they would. I remember this mainly for oddly enough the math teacher I ran into. There was one time she was gone for a week and a half. I don't remember why. I think she went to Hawaii for a wedding or something like that. And I just remember this clearly because in the sub plans, it's like I must apologize. There's a lot for them to do in this like week and a half because I
Mm-hmm.
had math every second day. So yeah, I think I had math Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday. So
Right.
like 5 math classes before she finally came back. And I just remember like this poor sub, totally not a math teacher, fucking absolutely not. Um, but like in the instructions, she would put like, Kate, tell them, put on this PowerPoint slide, make them watch the video, and here's some worksheets to go along with it. That would be like every class. And then at the bottom of the instructions, it'll be like, this is technically a review for the students, so if they don't understand it, you can get the following students to go help them around the room. It would be like two names on that list always. It'd be my name and my other like friend that was in that class.
Right.
So like instead of the sub having to figure out the shit and like answer people's questions, they're like, is there like a Violet or a Chelsea in the like here today?
Right.
And like me and Chelsea look at each other like, yeah,
I guess here we go.
we got
sort of
this.
thing.
What's your question? Right.
That's fair.
Which is why that math teacher was so happy to hear that I was going into education in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you've got the skill for it.
Aww.
I've literally seen you do it, and the substitution feedback I get every day that I was gone for that week and a half clearly said, like, Violet saved my butt.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that still lies within the idea of like, you know, you don't really have to teach it per se.
No, you do your best, and like you
Mm-hmm.
get things set up at least, and like hopefully there's some instructional things going on there, so you don't have to do too much. But
And hopefully
other
you can kind of
times,
convey it, sort of thing.
yeah, unless you're lucky, and like again, it's kind of cute because like the last couple places I worked at, there's like a stack. I want to get business cards made. This is what's going to lead to this because there's a stack of business cards for supply teachers to be called in.
Hey, so they can
On
just like
people's desks.
avoid the whole system as like, I'm calling this immediately.
Not really, because like on the
Or-
system, you still need to know the person's name to request them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's
And,
just
like-
faster than trying to request
Yeah.
whoever, sort of thing. It's like, I could
Yeah,
trust
it's
you.
just listing the work, listing it on the smartphone, and be like, okay, whoever I get, I get.
Right.
I can actually like take that name and phone number, because oddly enough, our ID
Is the
as supply teachers is my phone number. Is our phone number.
yeah.
So like, and now I'm like, oh, I want to get business cards made up. Fuck. That'd be
be
great. Just to like leave one behind on the desk and be like, if you need
Mhm.
need me again, give me a call.
Especially for like, I'm like, as you're subbing, like when you were subbing these past 3 times, did you have to leave a report for the teacher?
Yeah, they asked for it. Like, so they would submit their lesson plans to me and email them to
Mhm.
me or share them with on Google Drive.
Mhm.
And so they'd be like, let me know if there's anything that goes down or if there's anything that I need to know, or if you don't finish somewhere, or like, can you let me know when you finish off? So I do. I send out emails, and like the first day, the teacher didn't email me back with my feedback, which is fine, I guess. Second day, the teachers are so funny. I can tell they don't have the time or energy to deal with me anymore, to deal with like long emails right now. Because the second time was at like Percy Page High School, and like the teacher was just like, thanks. Like literally just got like a thanks with a period. Like,
Right.
you're
Good
welcome.
enough, I guess.
And then today, I actually had to text the teacher today because I was like, do you know which other social studies teacher in the department would have an extra exam booklet? Because I was going through the exams for period 4, and I think you only have 24 booklets for 25 students.
Awkward.
And like she texted me back going like, I can't believe I did that. Yeah, talk to Greg or Paul next door. I was like, thanks. They should have extra copies. I was like, okay, great. Thank you. It's like period 3 ended, and like I had students like leaving the classroom and coming in already, and though they're on like a 5-minute break. I'm like, oh fuck. So I like run over and be like, Greg, hi. I think the teacher miscounted the exam booklets. I need another one for 30-2 social studies unit 2, please. And he's like, oh god. I don't have any. Let's go see Paul. I'm like, okay. I'm like ran over and like said hi to Paul.
Hi, Paul.
And like he's like, I've got one. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Woo. Safe.
Yeah, pretty much.
What you could probably do if it's mostly email, and are they like, do you have a official email with the school board, or is it just your personal?
I do.
Create a signature.
Yes.
Email signature with your phone number.
I'm gonna do it right this instance.
Because
That's something I was meaning to do.
If anything, if it's not a business card, an email signature will be a lot faster. Will be just as fast. Actually, not a lot faster, but just as fast.
see if I remember how to fucking do this, baby.
What system do you guys use? I'm just curious.
Gmail.
Oh, okay. I both know Gmail and Outlook. I could probably teach you after the stream if you need help.
Yes.
Because I had to create a signature for my business for the software company I work for. So, and we use Gmail too, so it'll be easy.
Yeah.
But man, no, that's. I mean, yeah, that is very understandable. But at the same time, I'm very excited that you are back in that school environment now.
Me too.
The traditional school environment after so long.
It's like it was meant to be.
Oh. And I can't wait to hear from more stories. Hopefully we can have you from time to time to, like, if you have any like fun, interesting stories you could share of your experience in subbing. Or maybe hopefully you could be a full-time teacher soon. Who knows, right? It'll be great to hear more of it. It'll be a blast to hear. Definitely.
That would be wonderful. Hey, create new signature. Found it.
Hey. Bold your name. No, is it? Yeah, bold your name. Put a title.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
I could teach you. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's just this name new signature. Then there's like an input box. It's like cancel or create. I fucked everything up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. File it well.
We will learn together then.
Oh, how do I do it? Look. Yes, we're gonna let you help. Yes, words.
Yes. Yeah, it's amazing. Again, I'm glad you're able to share all the fun experience, the fun and nostalgic experience, technically, of just being in the classroom environment once again. That's something you've been looking for ever since coming back, because of of things that that happen in the world, sort of thing. But I'm glad that we're heading in the right direction. Hopefully it'll get better from here. I'd really see it.
The same. It'd be great to do this full time again.
Yeah. Be amazing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we could share? Or maybe sign out or something?
Toastmasters is back in business, baby. I wrote the wrong password for this website. My bad. Sorry, website. Don't yell at me. Yeah, so obviously I took vacation, and so I've been getting back into Toastmasters stuff again. And it's been a nightmare.
Aww.
I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, I want this Toastmaster year to be done.
So you can focus on other things.
So I can like downsize and focus on other things. Yeah, like lessen a few things and kind of like instead of just trying to log onto a website, but it's just being dumb. Or am I being dumb? I am being dumb. I'm the dumb one. Sorry. New employment portal. Say what? Yeah, so Toastmasters, that's been back in action and such. And it's just been a nightmare. Like, I'm starting to feel like people are like, it's getting warmer weather out here. So suddenly, like, it'll become Thursday, Friday night. They're like, yeah, actually, I'm not going to be at the meeting because I'm going out of town. Or I'm going on a picnic. Or I'm going here, going there. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So, like, lately, it's just been a lot of people canceling on me very last minute. And then I have to manage that. So that's for one of my clubs. And the other club, Core, I've been chasing for an executive meeting with this club to get things finalized and organized and like back on track, because it hasn't been on track at all. So I've been like trying for about over a month now. Like over a month now I've been doing this. And yeah, no success. And finally we all bitch complain. That nothing has happened like between Ken, Marg, and I basically,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a executive meeting finally today. Thank gosh, and we got some stuff sorted and figured out, and we have like a direction to go.
Hence,
Finally, with this score.
right. Hence why you were kind of like planning out stuff in the first 16 minutes of Dragon Talk.
Yeah, I had to like kind of adjust some things and like,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck? Sorry, I will explain my reaction to that in a moment. Um, but yeah, I had to like kind of send some emails, just the times and dates to the meetings that I have on the club website because we're moving from Tuesdays at 7:30 a.m. to Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do a lot of adjustments on like different websites and just be like, okay, that's administrative stuff is taken care of. Phew. And now just kind of getting the actual agendas planned and such again. So we have a direction and people know. Aww. I would have loved that teaching job because it's like, cool, grades 4 to 6 Spanish. And I'm like, yes. And then I read grade 5 science and grade 5 physical education. I'm like, all right.
Oh.
Also, the one thing I laughed at here is there's a position currently in the school board. It's like grades 7 to 12 physical education, and then in brackets, it's Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Oh my god, that is very specific.
I'm like, wow, okay.
Who would have
Very
thought
interesting.
Who would have thought they would offer that in a school system?
Right. There's some kind of neat shit in here, I'm not gonna lie. I love this. Assignment, full time, 10-month position, grade 6.
That's it.
That's all you know. Blah, 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 blah. French is a second language. No. Division 1 in the Cogito program? What? Anyway, there's some fun stuff in here. I'm just having fun going through all this again. uh, yeah. Ooh. What was I saying though before this? Oh yeah, Toastmaster. So those two clubs have a direction, and then I had a phone call the other night, and like my brain was like, maybe it's actually a teacher calling me to come in. Maybe I'll answer. So I was like, hello, this is Violet Wallace. And then like it was like, hi Violet, it's Jennifer from Edmonton Events. I'm like, oh no. And like I just want to catch up with you because you haven't been in meetings in a while. I'm like, hi, yeah, about that. And so I explained to her like the whole like last like couple months of what's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was kind of funny, like admitting that like I probably need a new mentor or a different mentor because we're just the mentor I got assigned and her and I are like on way two different parts of our pathway system. Like
Ooh.
she's only like on levels 2 or 3 in both of her pathways, and I'm like, I finished a pathway and I'm almost done my second one. So it just isn't easy to kind of plan things and like kind of
Mm-hmm.
work towards this because like it just isn't matching very much. Because she doesn't know the high level projects very well, and I do. So I almost felt like I was mentoring her instead of like her mentoring me at times. So I was honest about that. But yeah, I got her updated and I promised I'd be in the May Edmonton Advance meeting. So I would go to that club meeting. And then yeah, I gotta go to Lingo's this week, so I'm like, oh fuck, okay, I guess I gotta return all this stuff again properly now that like I'm back from vacation.
I guess.
So getting used to that again and trying to find ways to get my pathways done. Or this last pathway. It's just tricky because it's like one super long speech I have to do. And then it's another kind of long speech I need to do, but I need like feedback from people in order to do it. So that's kind of frustrating. Wow, that would be a dumb thing for me to accept as a teacher. Sorry. It's like phys ed, English, math, social studies, option, intervention. That's a
Oh my
lot.
god, that's a lot.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, so I'm like, I guess I'll go back into Toastmasters. I'm like, try to find a way to do things. But, yeah. So I'm kind of getting into it again, but it's also been a little frustrating because it's like, everybody seems to not want to do Toastmasters anymore, and I'm the one that wants to.
Right.
And I'm by myself. But luckily with Core, I'm not by myself anymore. So that's going to be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
It's Toastmasters at least. I've been broke as fuck. To the point where, like, every time I get paid from something, whether it's like Studiosity or Outschool, and like the next day it's like, your account balance has fallen below 0. And I'm like, okay, let me fucking transfer that money from PayPal over. I'm just playing that game where I'm like, cool, I'm getting paid just enough to get me out of the hole on a regular basis, and I just need May 5th to get here so I can get paid from my main job overnight, or like my overnight job.
Right.
And that will be at least some stability for a while, but yeah, it's been tricky. Money for a while. But yeah, that's life more. Ooh, there's a nice breeze that just came through my window. Oh, that felt so nice. Oh, do it again! Come on, wind.
Come to me. Blow me. I mean...
Well, if you're offering.
if you insist.
If you insist. How much longer do you have on the job?
I'm not driving a job. I'm just driving to another repair shop here just for fun.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, so I'm actually here. I'm gonna spin beautifully. You watch me spin.
No, watch me, Nene.
Oh, watch me spin. No, I'm not going there. All right. I think that's good. That's a good parking way. I'll figure out that next time I launch Chuck and Tuck and be like, what the fuck? Why am I parked like this?
Yeah. I'm kind of falling a little bit behind on my own YouTube stuff, but I'm still trying to get used to my schedule.
Oh, so, yeah, especially for you, who's getting who has hopefully maybe when eventually 5 days of subbing and like that, it'd be like you're gonna be figuring. You just need to find that nice medium again where you can actually start recording and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm getting my dang on rumples out there.
At least there's one thing, right?
And then I've got some ideas for at least unique history, so that will be back. But podcasts, I'm just like stumped. I don't know what topics to do right now currently for podcasts, so maybe I need to start reaching out to people to interview again.
Try to get that working again.
Yeah, so I'm kind of stumped on podcasts right now, and I feel bad because I'm like, how did I run out of ideas? Fuck.
It just came to be, man. Sometimes it just comes to be.
Yeah, so I gotta revamp the podcast in somehow, some way, but yeah, that's a lot of me.
It's a lot of you.
Speaking of a lot of me, rawr.
That is you. So yeah, definitely do follow her on the YouTube, the Twitter, if you want to send a tip along the way.
The thing is, make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter and Coffee, and hey, I am broke as broke can be, so if you have some spare monies, coffee would be really nice. Thank you.
Get her a couple cups to get through the days.
Yes, especially weekends and Uber. Please help. Thanks.
Ding.
But yeah, I do things on all those websites.
She does. She definitely does. So go give her a follow. She provides some cool updates, interesting updates, and maybe some stupid shit posts here and there. Not really shit posts, but cute things here and there. Maybe a shit post too.
Like cute things and some shit posting.
Yep. I mean, you can't go wrong with a good shit posting.
And I am also doing a charity fundraiser.
Yep.
Extra Life this year. I've got a new incentive on the page for a little Pokemon cooking competition. Not really competition. Pokemon cooking challenge where you can redeem that incentive, and I will flip to a random page in the book and cook that thing for you.
It'll be pretty cool. I saw that book. It looks really cool. Right. There's some cool shit in there.
And there's other incentives there to help me out with things. So check it out and do it if you can. Please. I am at a stump of fundraising right now. I haven't hit any milestones yet this year, so please help me out.
Hey, if you can't spare that change, feel free to donate to the funds. Yeah.
And that is me.
And that is you. And I guess for me, if you haven't already, if you're watching this on YouTube, go Nightbot. There you go.
Oh, there you go. I just
Wow, it took you a bit.
one.
If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button down below. If you haven't already, if you're watching this on Twitch, hi. Go subscribe to me on YouTube. I upload twice a week. Usually it's this VOD as well as travel vlog. I'm still doing the Canada series, and we're going to be finishing that in the next couple of weeks. And eventually I'll get back to my SF Peninsula ECR series, which I'll be exploring every city down to ECR sort of thing. That will be going up as well. Hopefully here going to be starting in the late spring, early summer once again. If you haven't already, you can also see my pretty photos on Instagram. I've been trying my best to post photos. I need to post more photos now. So follow me if you want to see pretty things, and if you like to see my shit posts and random shit and whatever, follow me on Twitter. I try my best to update from time to time with whatever I think. So
He posts plenty of updates about his shark.
I do. I do. He's a nice shark. He's an IKEA shark. Anyways. Yeah, follow me there if you want to see some shark posting. And yes, forgot, I always have that command of TNTT of what TNTT is all about. I also have exclamation point TNT when I don't stream it on Thursday, so we got a little alteration, so I don't have to have TNTT on a non-Thursday streaming
very,
day.
very smart.
Yeah, I finally started updating. At least I added that extra command for myself, just in case. But with that, thank you again so much, Dragon, for sharing your amazing experience so far back in the school background. I've fucked up all the words already there. I blame 10:30 p.m. But I'm amazed and I'm glad that you're back into that environment again, and hopefully I can't wait to hear more awesome stories from it.
It has been great, and I can't wait to share more as well because
you're back.
So good.
Right. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait for you to share more. It's gonna be great. Again, thank you again so much, Dragon, for being obviously one amazing guest as well. So there's that too. And yeah. With that, I hope you guys have a great day or night or wherever the heck you are. See you guys next week. I have no idea when I'm planning to stream Truck and Talk. I might do it earlier, I might do it later, because I know my parents will be coming over next week in preparation for my mom going to the Philippines in a week and a half time, technically. So that's going to be fun. I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter when I'll be streaming next time. Yeah, have a great day or night, or wherever the heck you are. That's Dragon over there, and this has been Waits. I haven't got my screen ready. Oh, yeah, now I do. See ya! Bye! Hasta luego! I don't know anything in Tagalog. I already forgot. Bye!